That is something to note. Better take a picture of it. And then write it down. So that way I am following the scientific method of experiencing the phenomena and then documenting it. That is a good fundamental skill set to have in science. But welcome back, everyone. We are now on week 3 of the course. And so as part of our theme 1, the scope of anatomy and physiology, I want to continue on building your fundamentals for this class. So you're probably wondering what I was doing as part of this process right over here. So right over here, I have a skull from a mature domestic pig. The genus and species is Sus scruffa. I have my notebook where I am documenting and recording any scientific phenomena that I may encounter while investigating this model of a skull. Remember, it's a physical model, and so I'm trying to be able to document it as best as I can. And then right here, I have a small USB-equipped microscope. A microscope is a tool that many scientists use to be able to zoom in and magnify phenomena that they are interested in. And that microscope is actually synced to my laptop computer, so I can take a microscope on the go for any scientific study that I may need to utilize that tool. So how does that relate to our anatomy and physiology class? Well, in theme 1, we're all about the fundamentals. We learned a little bit about how to talk anatomy. We learned a little bit about the scientific method and homeostasis, which is the founding principle of physiology. But now we are going to actually utilize some tools. And that one of those tools, again, is the microscope. There's a variety of different microscopes. You may use a dissecting microscope, or you might need to use a bright field microscope. And so we are going to utilize microscopes virtually by taking a look at histology. Histology is the study of cells and tissues in thin section, where we actually have where you actually take a cell or tissue and prepare it onto a slide and then look at it and assess it using a microscope. But because this is an online class, utilizing microscopes and slides can be a little tough, but you are still supported as budding anatomy students. I actually have prepared a wonderful resource that we'll be using in this class to learn more about histology and also how we better interpret diseases and disorders utilizing microscopic studies, microscopy. So you're going to be doing that as a focus for this week's class. But then you're also going to investigate other topics, such as the structure and morphology or generalized shape of an animal cell, because we are part of the animal kingdom. We are eukaryotes and completely different than prokaryotes. And so we need to be able to start at that foundational, most basic level of cellular biology before we can start working our way upwards hierarchically through that hierarchy, which is what we're going to start in theme 2, the study of form. You're also going to learn about other stories like Henrietta Lacks, who helped create a breakthrough in scientists better understanding cell biology. So this is just another fundamental lesson before we get into more complex ideas later in the course. So if you have any questions about this week's content, I am more than happy to help. You can reach out to me using video chat. You can send me an email or swing by my office in 208. So, and then in the lab, you're going to be accessing another open educational resource and completing that. And by the time you walk away this week, you'll have a really good working knowledge on how a microscope works and what kind of resources are available, so that way you can study anatomy on the go.